We covered Legends of Wrestling on the last episode. Well, it must have done okay, because a year later, Acclaim released Legends of Wrestling 2 in November 2002 for the Gamecube and PS2, and December for the Xbox. I'll start where I did for the first game. Who's on the roster?
Who's on the roster? Who's on the roster? Who's on the roster? Definitely not that guy. Absolutely not that guy. Why would you even think about that guy? It can't be that guy. This is getting ridiculous. Not him.
Somewhat amazingly, almost everyone who was in the first game is back for round 2. The only exception is Rob Van Dam, so whatever deal he had to appear in the first game must have expired. But don't worry, Eddie Guerrero is here, since he was on the outs with the WWE at the time, so your Frog Splash quotient is met. They added about 24 wrestlers, not counting managers, promoters, and jobbers, and they pulled names from all over the place. There are legit legends added, like Bruno Sammartino, Andre the Giant, and Roddy Piper. Bob Backlund makes his video game debut. Mil Mascaras is here. So are the Nasty Boys. Owen Hart is on the roster, which I find a bit surprising. Rocky Johnson is here, and hey, if you can't get The Rock, why not his dad? You get Andy Kaufman, Baron Von Raschke, and Sid. Needless to say, you'll be interested in wrestling as someone here. Just look at this cover. Oh, wait, hold on. There, much better. Interestingly, the PAL version of the game has UK legends Big Daddy, Giant Haystacks, Mick McManus, and Kendo Nagasaki, which is a very cool and smart use of different regions. Last time I complained about the lack of match options. Well, that's certainly been beefed up in the sequel, as now there's a cage match as well as a ladder match, which is funny because about 3/4 of the roster realistically ain't setting foot on a ladder. I personally recommend the 4-way elimination tag match, which is some good chaotic fun. Oh, and hey, you can do a 4-on-4 elimination match where everyone's on the screen at once. And guess what? It's a lot of fun. Yes, Acclaim somehow cracked the code for the PlayStation 2, and for some reason THQ can't figure it out a decade and 2 consoles later. There's a weird feature when you select a tag match. The game takes you to a screen of preloaded tag teams, so you can select Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas right away, for example. At first I was terrified they made the awful decision to only have set tag teams, but you can get to the normal selection screen with the press of another button. I appreciate the commitment to tag team wrestling, but this is a weird extra step. The controls are basically the same as the first entry, which isn't terrible, because it was an okay scheme, but it's not perfect. Wrestlers still feel sluggish moving around the ring, and simple functions like tagging in and out just aren't smooth as they should be. When Aki released World Tour, they had a great grappling system in place, but they always made little improvements to the gameplay in each subsequent release. Acclaim had something okay and left it that way. It doesn't appear as if they added a lot of moves, but given so many moves are absurdly anachronistic in the game, meaning wrestlers from the 80s doing stunners, it doesn't bother me. Graphics are disappointingly similar to the first game, using the same off-base models and goofy-looking crowd. Again, I hate to harp on this, but the Aki series of games always sharpen the graphics with each release. One new wrinkle is they added simple Titantrons for everyone, even though most of the guys wrestled in a time before they were prevalent. On the plus side, every wrestler in the game gets 4 outfits to start with, which is almost enough to earn the game a thumbs-up review. Not only that, but Acclaim got pretty creative with some of the gear, such as including Coco Beware's high-energy pants and giving Tito Santana something approximating his Matador gimmick. I appreciate those little extra touches. As far as music, they licensed some outside songs, so you get to grapple along with the rockin' hits of 2002. Saliva has a song here, because this is a wrestling project, and of course they do. Headstrong by Trapt was chosen, as opposed to other Trapt songs. What's interesting is a lot of the wrestlers in the game used actual songs in their career. It would have been cool if Acclaim had tried to obtain those. But let's face it, getting the rights to an Alien Breed or Glassjaw song is a hell of a lot cheaper than, say, Eye of the Tiger. Probably the biggest upgrade goes to career mode. I complained last time that although it involved different territories, it was basically the usual beat everyone and win the belt. Here we have 5 distinct territories, each run by a different promoter. They're ostensibly based on actual people, but the Northeast promoter is an actual mob boss who makes jobbers sleep with the fishes. I know Vince McMahon Sr. was a powerful man, but that seems a stretch. Here's Belle Jackson, who runs the Southeast Territory. Business must be bad, because this poor woman can't afford pants, or a shirt that fits. Better still, there are actual storylines in career mode. When you start, you play a little mini-game to select your path. A lot of them are fairly basic, like running foul of the champ, or needing to find a new tag team partner. There are some wackier ones, like being forced to team with the promoter's nephew, or hitting on the promoter's daughter. Regardless, it adds a lot more substance than just running through the roster. And there are specific stories for individual wrestlers. If you use Jerry Lawler in the Southeast region, you automatically work a program with Andy Kaufman. There are a bunch of unlockables, not just wrestlers, but arenas, cheats, wrestling styles, concept art, and more. In the first game, you beat career mode with certain competitors to unlock other wrestlers. But in the sequel, they switched it to a shopping mode. Well, no problem. We've seen it in other games. It works fine, right? Well, in Legends of Wrestling 2, you get green coins for winning matches, and you can use them to buy blue and red coins, which are worth more, I guess. And you can also do some gambling. Basically, you buy spots on a board, and this little skull guy hops around, and then you have to hit it when it stops on your chip. I have no idea what the point of this is, except to teach kids the dangers of gambling, because this is friggin' impossible, and I always lose all my money. Even worse, sometimes you have to beat a mode just to unlock the ability to buy something. I work hard to finish these. Can't you just give me what I want? It's like you go into a bike shop and say, hey, I'd like to buy a bike. And the owner says, sure, do 600 push-ups for us, then I'll sell it to you. What a crummy store. Legends of Wrestling 2 improves in a lot of ways over its predecessor, but feels identical in other respects. It's like one of those expanded Street Fighter Championship editions that comes out 6 months later and just adds some characters and maybe some options. Still, it is better than the first one, and if you have a choice, definitely get the sequel. There's one last entry in the series, Showdown. Can Acclaim close out the franchise with another solid game? We'll find out next time. Till then, thanks for watching, and remember, a winner is you.